much for tuning back in. This is going to be the Zodiac forecast for the upcoming week from September 8th to the 14th. I am going to start this video just with the general disclaimer. This is just a general reading for each of the zodiacs. It's not specific to any one person. It may not resonate with every single person that watches this video, and maybe only some pieces will resonate, but definitely keep tuning in. We have a ton of good messages for the general collective as the zodiacs this week, especially with the Virgo full moon coming up this Friday, so I'm really excited to get started. So let's jump right in. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and just start with Aries. Now Aries, this week we pulled the Two of Pentacles, we pulled the Ace of Wands reversed, and we pulled the Magician card reversed. Now these cards together in conjunction, I'm getting this feeling that you have this issue with procrastination. There's this blockage that's coming in with you wanting to procrastinate. As we look at the Two of Pentacles, this card essentially represents that you're kind of getting bored with having to take this daily action to reach your goals, and you have so many opportunities for things that you want to do right now, and you just have to prioritize. You have to prioritize your dreams as a priority, otherwise you're not going to get there. So this card is just talking about the daily steps that you have to take and just persevering in those daily steps to keep you going on the correct path. The Ace of Wands essentially represents you starting to kind of question your desires and starting to question these dreams that you do have, and wondering if it's actually where it is that you want to go and what it is that you want to do. And as we look at this card, it kind of is telling you that you need to be patient with these dreams. It's easy to lose motivation, and it's easy to not want to continue down that path because it does take hard work. But with this card, it's representing that you just need to be patient and again continue with those daily affairs that the Two of Pentacles was talking about, so that you can continue to just keep going forward in this situation and chasing those dreams. The Magician reverse is that energy blockage I was talking about. It's talking about this energy blockage that's kind of preventing you from getting to where it is that you want to go. And in conjunction with all the other cards, like I have said, I get this just intuitive feeling that it's just procrastination. You're not wanting to continue, you're not wanting to get up every day and do the little things that it takes to reach your dreams. And as we look at the cards in conjunction for you, Aries, it does let you know that you need to just be patient and continue forward, and you will definitely get to where you're headed. All right, Taurus, so this week we pulled the Sun card reversed for you, and we pulled the Princess of Wands. Now, the Sun card reversed essentially represents that you have experienced some type of setback towards reaching your goals, or you are giving yourself unrealistic expectations as you're going about and going after what it is that you want. Things aren't going exactly as you had imagined. They're not going as well as you had hoped. You're experiencing, again, just a setback, or you thought that it was going to be a lot easier than it is, and your expectation is to reach here when really you're only hitting about here. But the thing is, you have to give yourself realistic expectations. That's what this card is telling you. You have to give yourself realistic expectations. And with the Princess of Wands, it also is just telling you, keep going, keep pushing forward towards those dreams. Again, do it in a vibrant way. Do it in a way that is passionate to you, that is fun, that is colorful, that is out there, that is gonna get noticed. Now, it might not be noticed right away, and that happens. It takes time. It takes, again, patience, like we talked about with Aries. But as we're looking at these cards in conjunction, it's just telling you to set realistic expectations, set realistic goals, so that you can continue on that path without getting so discouraged, and you'll start to see results soon. All right, my Geminis, this week we pulled the Knight of Cups reversed, and we pulled the Judgment card reversed. Now, the intuitive message that I'm getting from these cards is they're saying that the past can no longer hurt you if you don't let it. As we look at the Knight of Wands here, this essentially is representing explosive emotions and just kind of like an emotional overload. You're kind of just possibly bottling things up here, and it's just kind of you're just shaking that soda bottle. It's creating pressure, and it's creating pressure, and it's creating more pressure, and it represents really just letting the past go and understanding that the past cannot hurt you unless you're allowing it to continue to hurt you. You need to control your emotions, sit down and reevaluate these emotions and understand where they're coming from. And then as we look at the Judgment card, it essentially represents that you're replaying uncomfortable memories consistently in your head. You're replaying these memories that weren't the greatest for you, and it's time for you to go ahead and release these insecurities that you keep replaying, release these situations that you keep replaying, and sit down, come back into yourself, listen to your inner voice, and reevaluate where it is that you're going and how you can release these negative emotions so that you can continue in a high vibrational way throughout the rest of this week. Especially with the full moon coming, this is a huge opportunity for you to heal, because I know I have also had issues with this being a Gemini myself. So it's definitely a moment for you to take that energy that the full moon is bringing this Friday so that you can kind of center in and listen to that inner voice, and then continue to release these emotions that are no longer serving you so that you can move forward in a bright and positive way. All right, this one is for my Cancers. You pulled the Strength reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, essentially what I'm getting from this card, or this set of cards, is that you this week need to take a breather. As we look at the Strength card reversed, it just represents that you are feeling some anxiety and you're feeling a little bit anxious over some situations that may have occurred. You're being reactive instead of proactive, and you're just feeling very also intense emotions this week. But as we look at the Knight of Swords, this is intense focus, and this is intense focus for you to view where it is that you want to go, intense focus on this path that's going to lead you towards your future. But in order for you to intensely focus on that, you have to dispel these intense emotions that you're feeling and this anxiety that you're feeling. So this week, as the full moon energy is coming in, you just need to go ahead and take a breather. Just breathe for a second, listen back into your inner self and tune back in and reconnect. That's the message that I've got with a lot of these cards recently this week, is just reconnecting. Reconnect to yourself, reconnect to your voice, and just breathe and release that anxiety so that you can again intensely focus on this path towards your future. All right, Leo, this week you pulled the Seven of Swords reversed and you pulled the King of Wands reversed. Now, as we look at these cards in conjunction, I'm getting the message that it's time to break the cycle. If you've been watching my videos, you know that we've kind of been talking about this cycle of self-sabotage for you, Leos. And as we look at the Seven of Swords, this is kind of a breakthrough card for you. This is you deciding that you're tired of keeping secrets, you're tired of hiding yourself away, you're tired of isolating yourself. You are embracing this radical honesty so that you can kind of come clean about what it is that you've kind of been hiding yourself away from. This card also says that if you're thinking about doing anything dishonest this week, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught in a lie, you're going to get caught doing whatever it is that's dishonest, and you're absolutely going to pay the price for it. They're not going to be nice to you. So this card really warns against being dishonest this week, so definitely keep that in mind. But as we look at the King of Wands here, it's reversed. So we haven't really seen this card reversed in very many of my videos, but this essentially just represents not taking people for granted, not taking your support system for granted, and again, just reaching out for help and talking with them and talking through these issues that you're having with them and being honest with them about everything that's going on in your life so that they can help you. So again, Leo, this is a breakthrough week for you. Definitely embrace that radical honesty and make sure that any dishonest acts that you're really debating about doing this week, reevaluate that so that you can continue to raise your vibration and just move along a more positive path. All right, this one is for my Virgos. You pulled the Princess of Pentacles reversed this week, and we pulled the Two of Wands reversed this week, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Now, this is kind of split up into a two-part reading because it is 4 cards, and the deck just kind of spit these cards out at me today. So it's kind of a good one for you guys to really just listen to. The Princess of Pentacles, now when you look at this reversed, it essentially just represents you daydreaming about everything that you want to do with your life, but not taking any action towards actually getting there. As we look at the Two of Wands reverse, this one essentially represents prioritizing your passion, but also being patient with your passion. You have to put your passion first, and you have to decide to take action on your passion in order to be able to get anywhere with it. But then as we look at the Four of Wands, which represents your foundation and your roots, it represents this time period for you to really indulge in that. Looking at the Four of Swords, this represents that it's time for you to recharge and rest. You've kind of been just go with the Tower card the last couple weeks, because you did pull that 2 weeks in a row, which essentially represents this sudden change. And you've been working through this sudden change really well, but it's kind of exhausting your body. So that's where this daydreaming comes from. You're dreaming, but you're just so exhausted to really be able to go out and do anything. So as we look at these two cards in conjunction, it represents that you do need to take time to rest and recharge, but take time resting and recharging with your roots, with where you came from, with your family, with your friends, with your foundation, and with your support group, so that you can go ahead and just continue to get to a point where you're able to actually take action on these dreams and prioritize these dreams. Rest this week and then go all in next week. All right, this one is for my Libras. This week you pulled the Eight of Cups and you pulled the Six of Swords reversed. Now, what I'm getting intuitively from this message is essentially that it's kind of your dark time of the soul. You're going through this dark period of time that's going to completely transform your life into so many different positive effects. As we look at the Eight of Cups, this represents looking inside you to find a deeper meaning and a deeper purpose for your life. As we look at the Six of Swords reversed, this essentially represents that you are sabotaging yourself. You're doing things that are causing setbacks in your life, and you're doing things that are not aligning to your higher self. The card kind of suggests that these past occurrences that you have dealt with are kind of catching up to you now. These past grievances that you've had, it's finally all catching up to you, and it's all kind of hitting you at once with this negative energy. And it represents emotional baggage. You have all of this emotional baggage from what you have experienced in the past that you're taking with you now, and it's again causing this self-sabotage. So the cards at this point are calling you to go ahead and draw inward, draw in towards yourself, find a deeper purpose and a deeper meaning in your life, so that you can go ahead and also just continue on the positive path forward. All right, this one is for my Scorpios. We pulled the Ten of Wands reversed, and we pulled the Ace of Cups. Now, the message that kind of came through for these cards for me was the phrase, if not now, then when. Now, when we look at the Ten of Wands reversed, this essentially represents you needing to learn how to give, practice giving without expecting something in return. Give without expectation. And as that happens, the Ace of Cups comes into this. This is a really awesome card. It represents you finding compassion and deep love, connecting to your intuition and creativity into relationships. So there's so many different things that are gonna come out of this Ace of Cups card, but it's only gonna come if you start giving without expecting to receive something in return, which is kind of what they consider like martyrdom or victimization, which is kind of weighing you down. You saying, I'm gonna do this, but I expect this, this, and this is not doing any good for you. So as you release that limiting belief and you go forward with just giving without expectation, just being kind, you're going to receive a lot of kindness in return. The Queen of Cups, she's the Cups queen, obviously, so she is very connected to water, which represents feelings, it represents intuition, it represents love, it's compassion, it's deep-rooted kindness, it's Mother Earth. It's all of these nourishing things are going to start coming to you as you learn how to give kindness without expectation of receiving anything in return. All right, this one is for my Sagittarius babies. You pulled the Four of Cups and the Star. Now, the Four of Cups is again just representing you feeling really content with where you are in life, but also very bored. You're a little bit stagnant right now. As we look at the star, this is what I like to call the lucky star. It is going to bring you a lot of luck this week. It's going to bring you a lot of healing and compassion into your life this week, so definitely keep an eye out for that. It's going to promote that you continue to heal whatever it is that's inside of you, this shadow self portion of you that's causing you pain now. It's going to promote that you continue to heal that. And as the lucky star shines down on you, it's going to bring you a lot of good fortune. So just keep an eye out for that kind of vibration this week, and just know that although you may be feeling a little bit stagnant, this lucky star is going to help push you forward so that you're able to just continue to heal from the inside out. And as that happens, you're going to become a brighter, more vibrant human being with so many more options. So definitely keep an eye out this week. Alright, this one is for my Capricorns. This week you guys pulled the High Priestess reversed. This is one of my favorite cards, by the way. Then we have the Queen of Wands reversed, the Four of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Now, essentially what I'm getting from these cards is the message that it's time to change your attitude. As we look at the High Priestess reverse, this kind of represents that you've lost this inner connection with your voice, with yourself. You've kind of lost a little bit of this connection with your intuition that you have, and this card is also representing that you need to release the secrets that you've been keeping. There are secrets that are weighing you down, that are really causing issues in your life right now, and it's time to just go ahead and let those go. As we look at the Queen of Wands reverse, this essentially represents that you're feeling a total loss of authenticity. You're completely lost on who you are. You've lost your identity. You're kind of floating around feeling very self-conscious, not really knowing what to do or where to go, because you and your voice, you're no longer connected. You're no longer aligned with this voice. You're no longer feeling those feelings of intuition. You're not feeling that guidance that comes from your inner voice. As we look at the Four of Pentacles, this is essentially your stability. You controlling all of the money so that you're able to continue on with your stability. It means that you continue to stack cash, but what this card essentially says is that you cannot allow the money in your bank account to determine your self-worth. As we look at the Five of Pentacles, this also represents some type of misfortune or loss or just feeling of abandonment. This card also represents that you have to change your attitude about money. So I'm kind of getting this feeling that there may have been a loss of money, issue that has to come from money that's caused you to feel this disconnect. And you do need to change your attitude about funds, about money. You need to stop saying, I don't have enough, I have a lack of. And as you start to embrace the fact that money is your friend, just tell yourself all the time money is your friend, or whatever it is that you're investing in is going to invest back into you. As you change that attitude, you're going to start to pull out of this very dark place that we've seen you kind of been in lately, Capricorn. So definitely just change that attitude about money and you'll start to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Alright, this one is for my Aquarius babies. We have the Two of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups. This is also one of my favorite cards. The Two of Swords reversed essentially represents not making any rash decisions. There's a lot going on right now. You're kind of experiencing a little bit of a mental overload. There's a lot of people placing their opinions on you and a lot of people that are asking you for help. A lot of what this card also says is that it's time for you to emotionally take care of yourself, take care of your mentality, take care of your mental needs. And then the Queen of Cups energy essentially just represents intuition and love and compassion and kindness, and you need to be giving that to yourself. You may be giving that to everybody else right now, but it's you that really matters. So you do need to kind of focus in on who you are and give yourself the love that you're trying to give everybody else. Alright, this one is for my Pisces babies. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I actually really adore this card. It's a peacock if you can't tell. I love it. And then we have the Ten of Swords reversed. Now these cards in conjunction essentially represent that it has been a long road and you've put a lot of hard work into the personal transformation and restoration of who you are. And the Nine of Pentacles is essentially saying that it's time for you to go ahead and treat yourself, indulge in yourself. splurge on yourself a little bit and just celebrate and acknowledge these accomplishments that you have done and that you have made, because you have gone from point A to point B. You've gone through this entire spiritual journey, this entire spiritual transformation recently. We've seen it in the readings, we've seen it in the cards, Pisces. It's definitely there for you, and you've worked so hard to be able to go ahead and improve yourself, restore yourself, transform yourself. So go ahead and actually just really indulge in that, really celebrate that, treat yourself to that, and just take this week as kind of a rest week to just really acknowledge your accomplishments. Alright everybody, well that is the video. These are all the messages that I have this week, so I'm really grateful and thankful for you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you for pushing me and helping me chase my dreams, and I really hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week, everybody, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. Mwah.